Welcome back to Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition. Last episode, Vestia was lost, and Kai Lang escaped with the data that we need to complete the Crucible. Information we need on the Catalyst because some computers just don't know how to answer a damn question sometimes. What is the Catalyst? And then we get like 10 minutes of him refusing to answer the question. God. Anyway. Junkro is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of chlorine and sodium in its upper atmosphere. Like Uranus in the Sol system, it is tipped on its side, its north pole facing the star Newton. Glencori is a rock and ice planet with an atmosphere composed of chlorine and argon. The frozen surface is mainly composed of potassium with deposits of iron. Yes, this is an interesting one. Glencori is famously claimed by the eccentric Volos billionaire Kuman Scholl. His once ridiculed visions of beings of light protecting organic life from synthetic machine devils don't seem quite so far-fetched now. His private army of mercenaries are well established on the planet, waiting for husks to come knocking on their door. In all likelihood, they will be obliterated by the molten metal of a Reaper orbital bombardment, on its way to somewhere important. So yeah, this, you may remember, I think this was in the first game we came across this one. This planet with that description. So... Sesmos is an ice dwarf world. Its surface composed almost entirely of frozen water. Normally, a planetoid this small would not rate inclusion on the system's charts, but Sesmos' unusually large and beautiful ring of ice crystals has made it a popular subject for visual artists. Sure does look pretty. This ring is the result of a glancing equatorial impact, which left a large trench and threw a large amount of melted water into the atmosphere. The rings are a temporary feature that will completely decay in a few thousand years. Oh, is that it? And this, in the meantime, sure looks pretty. There we go. 16 years ago, the Systems Alliance established the first dish field on Omperon, defying the tidal disruptions and electrical storms that periodically sweep across the planet. The facility has since grown into a crucial communications hub for the Alliance. Trade between the Alliance base and nearby human settlements sustains planetary unity. The Alliance also trains and hires colonists to maintain the quantum communicators, further strengthening the bond between locals and the military forces that use the comm stations. Although most of the communication relays serve the military, a coalition of Enteram's businesses has begun construction on a civilian broadcast hub. The local Alliance commander has offered the help of the military's technical experts, making Enteram a symbol of civilian and military cooperation. This habitable world had been living in the shadow of disaster long before the Reaper War. Its moon's orbit is decaying, causing tidal disruptions and electrical storms before its eventual collision. When humans settled on Enteram, the Asari derided it as foolish, but today the humans look prescient. The communications hub they set up on the planet has hundreds of quantum communicators, whose information is spread through broadcast on the planet and beamed out by a convoy. While Enteram has yet to be attacked by Reaper forces, it is likely just a matter of time. Seems to be pretty useful in the meantime, though. James and Gaiden. Why not? May as well. I didn't even realize it. The Disciple, Originally handcrafted for the exclusive use of Justicars, the Disciple shotgun schematics were finally released to Asari commandos after centuries of negotiation. The Disciple uses shells packed with micro-scale submunitions to deal staggering amounts of damage. Even shielded enemies are stunned by the force of a blast from this weapon. It's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good shotgun. See, it's got pretty decent damage. Fairly modest fire rate. And the weight, or fire rate, and the weight is not actually too bad. This is a shotgun that can be used if you still want good power cooldown speed. And the Widow. Look at that. Unmodded, level 1, and damage is about equivalent to a level 5 javelin. Several research firms spent a considerable fortune trying to redesign the Widow sniper rifle. Their goal was to retain the Geth weapon's considerable firepower while reducing its recoil so that the gun could be fired without breaking a non-synthetic's arm. After much trial and error, one company finally produced a usable model rolled out to the galactic market. Yeah, very, very heavy. Low capacity. Even by sniper rifle standards. It doesn't carry many shots. But each shot does ridiculous damage. And I'm pretty sure it's the most powerful gun in the game. At the very least, up there as one of the most powerful. Yeah. With those mods, that puts it pretty close to the... Yeah. That and the Claymore shotgun. So the Widow sniper rifle and the Claymore shotgun are the most powerful weapons in the game. Oh jeez, I forgot to check their weapons. Whatever. It's fine. Whew. Been a long time since I've used Jade's, apparently. Sure. Sure. Yep. Yep.
Cerberus has taken one of our secret communication facilities. All campaigns in this theater depend on the information that dish array supplies.
What do we know?
We're getting intel from a tech who survived the attack. Grace Sato. She's hiding in a security bunker off-site.
A civilian?
Yes, patching her through.
Miss Sato, what's happening down there?
I'm staying hidden, but I'm the only one left. They're trying to hack into our systems to access Alliance operations protocols. I'm tracking their activity, but they're bound to find me sooner or later.
Hang in there. We'll be there soon.
Yes. Yes, Commander.
It's not ideal, but she's the only one with any traction on this. The information stored in that network is critical, Commander. If it gets into enemy hands, we'll lose a lot of good people.
I'll take care of it, Admiral.
See that you do. Hack it out.
Civilian. Somebody should be sent to sent to keep her safe.
They're locking onto me. Moving out of range.
Miss Sato, we've landed. What are we looking at?
They're trying to seize control of the 3 critical access points. I'm up. Updating your nav point with the location of the terminal they're closest to cracking.
We'll keep them from hacking in.
There it is. All right. I've got time, so take a quick look around, pick up all the stuff. Medkit, sure. Ah,
Cerberus encryption algorithms of some sort.
so that leaves me just about finished with all the random ass fetch quests. Cerberus technology. Like all those Cerberus fetch quests, or all the Citadel fetch quests, all the we need to find this. I've got, what, one more, I think? Yeah, just that one. Just need to find the, Just need to find a rune for the Book of Planix. I know there's one more thing to find. So where is it? Come on, where is the last thing I'm looking for? Alright. There's an armor piece somewhere around. Somewhere on this map, there is an armor piece. There we go. And I'm got just about all the available armor pieces now too. Not counting ones that you have to buy.
Commander Shepard, Cerberus shuttles are scouring the area. I think they're looking for me.
They're using comms to pinpoint Sato's location.
Oh no. How do we... Yes, Commander. Updating your nav point.
Okay, they're not in here. Oh, fine, I'll do it this way. Yeah, there's, it's not great. It's not a great, place for fighting. Oh, perfect. Whoever keeps dying, knock it off. Caden? Did you die again, Caden? So yeah, this map is actually not ideal. Okay, well, I blew that lady up. So yeah, this map is, there's pretty poor cover for this map. So it's not really great.
Miss Sato, come in. Miss Sato, are you there?
She's too scared to break radio silence.
We need the final coordinates. Grace, listen to me.
Can't talk. They're right outside.
I know you're scared. This is more than you signed up for, but I won't let you down, I promise.
down and get her.
Do it.
Let's try pull. Let's see if we can get it with the pull. Pull got her. Whoa. Nice detonation there. Nice. Got him out of the... Oh. Ooh, okay, that got close. You gotta be careful with, you gotta be real careful with phantoms. Because they actually can just... They actually can one-hit kill you. Those swords they carry, they actually can just use that to one-hit kill you. Can I get a grenade in there? Not really. There we go. Whew. Yeah, Nemesis and Phantoms are legitimately dangerous. Nemesis can just take down your shields in one shot. Phantoms, like I said, they can just stab you right through the heart with that sword. They can one-hit kill you with those swords. Kai Lang can't. Even though Kai Lang runs around with a sword, he doesn't have that one-hit kill. That insta-kill. He doesn't have that insta-kill attack that the Phantoms do. Because Kai Lang is actually, which means Kai Lang is actually less dangerous than a Phantom. Which is just hilarious to me.
Commander, they've almost got the doors open. Help!
Got her covered, Commander. Area cleared. Picking up Miss Sato, then heading back to the rendezvous point.
Good job, Lieutenant.
Hurrah!
Our communication station is secure. Operations in this theater are safe again. No small task to keep it that way. How's Miss Sato doing?
She asked to be transferred to a nearby Alliance station. She wants to help however she can.
Good. We need all the help we can get. Hack it out.
$12.66, nice. The Elcor Flotilla possesses a few cruisers and carriers, but its real value is troop transport. Because of their shape, the Elcor carry shoulder-mounted heavy weapons. VI-run systems handle reloading, targeting, and ammunition selection. It is not unusual to see a troop of Elcor soldiers toting rocket launchers, chain guns, and other intimidating weapons on their backs as if they weigh nothing at all. Why do we not get to see that? Like, what kind of tease is that? They tell us about Elcor artillery troops, but we don't get to see them. We don't get to see a rocket-toting Elcor. So unfair. The base of a Hesperia period statue is covered in Prothean writing. Translations have proven useful to engineers working on the Prothean device. Here we go. Before fleeing Antaram with Commander Shepard's help, technician Grace Sato saved a copy of the schematics for the Alliance's most advanced communications relay. Sato will use these schematics to build several smaller arrays to collect crucial intel from points in various systems. Handy. Library of Asha contains definitive works by the Asari on the art of war. These texts have been distributed as standard training manuals to all Asari recruits. Oops. I guess I did read that before. The Asari cruiser Nephren is named for a lost city said to be buried in ice at Thessia's south pole. The cruiser still carries scars from scores of Geth fighters it took on during the Battle of the Citadel in 2183. The crew refuses to have the scars removed, considering them marks of honor and a reminder of how close they came to annihilation. Good on him. Interesting design that Asari ships have. The Asari scientists and Orizoni had isolated themselves to prevent academic and corporate theft of their work. They've been researching new polymers, looking for a material with higher heat resistance and zero conductivity that is dirt cheap to produce. One of their prototype materials appears ideal for insulating the Crucible's venting chambers. The Cybaean is an Asari cruiser-class warship. A mix-up during the cruiser's construction left it with an unusually large drive core, and engineers redesigned the ship around the excessive power source. The Cybaean's unusually robust engines provide enough energy to generate kinetic barriers normally reserved for dreadnoughts. Nice. The graceful soaring spires come into Asari architecture look deceptively delicate, but Thessia's palaces, universities, and theaters have stood longer than most civilizations. Asari architectural engineers dispatched to the Crucible are testing the weapon's construction to make sure it can withstand tremendous amounts of pressure. If built improperly, stress could tear the Crucible in half upon activation. That green bar is getting pretty full. Allied forces are holding steady and winning battles in key locations. Chances of success are even. Even might be the best it gets. Even chances might be as good as it gets. Nothing? Okay.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
Thanks.
Commander?
Joker, you asked for news about the human colony, Tiptree.
Hey, Liara, you don't need to worry about that right now.
Now's as good a time as any. I'm getting reports of refugee ships from Tiptree landing on Solarian colonies. I don't have names. I'm sorry. It was mostly children.
Well, Gunny, Hillary, my sister, Gunny's a nickname. She's had it since, she's only 15, so if it's children, then maybe I only lost my dad. Kind of an asshole thing to hope for.
Jeff, right now, take any kind of hope you can get.
Thanks. You too.
So, Tiptree. That planet may ring a bell. The PTSD Asari in the Huerta Memorial Hospital. She told a story about being trapped on Tiptree. And she also mentioned a farm girl by the name of Hillary. Yep. Never confirmed outright, of course. But yeah, it's very strongly implied that PTSD Asari killed Joker's sister.
Commander?
What are you thinking about, Edie?
The holographic theory of existence posits we are just two-dimensional information painted on the cosmological horizon. However, the holographic consciousness I recognize as myself is only able to perceive matter and energy. Thus, I am able to theorize the true nature of existence but never experience it. Possibly even the Reapers are limited this way.
Okay, bad question.
Hello, Shepard.
Yeah, she never thinks simple thoughts. So, yeah, it's one of those, that is one of those tragedies about Joker's sister. One of those tragedies that takes place entirely off screen, just straight up, you know, just through eavesdropping on things.
No crew health issues to report.
And, so yeah, if you never listened to the entire conversation from that Asari, you may never have known.
Maybe later.
You may not know about, what happened to Hillary.
At your service.
Thanks for coming by.
So yeah, looks like more of nobody has anything to say again.
Maybe we could talk later.
Okay. Looks like Cortez will be the only one with anything left to say. Since I'm assuming, you never know, Javik may.
Commander.
Nope.
Commander.
I was just thinking about the Banshees. The Asari are so beautiful. And to see that done to them.
The Reapers have done the same to most intelligent species they've encountered. Humans, Batarians, Turians, and even Krogan have been modified into Reaper foot soldiers.
But not Quarians.
No. The Reapers have not encountered your people in significant numbers.
You don't think it's because of our weakened immune systems?
No.
I just assumed we weren't useful.
Quarians are intelligent, adaptable, and technically adept. You would make excellent Reaper soldiers.
Thanks, ED. I think.
Tally, the Normandy has benefited greatly from your work, and your people are providing vital support in the war effort.
We wouldn't be doing as well without the Geth. And we wouldn't be doing as well without you.
Thank you, Tally.
Yeah, Quarian Reapers. The Reapers might not even bother huskifying the Quarians. There's so few of them. 17 million before they attacked the Geth. They probably lost a couple million during that battle with the Geth. Gotta figure.
Thanks for coming by.
Commander.
So, yeah, I mean, and there honestly just may not be enough for the Reapers to care enough to do more than just shoot them all from orbit.
Just got word from Miss Sato. She arrived at the Alliance research facility safe and sound.
Yeah, and Esteban got to play hero with the damsel in distress.
You know me and my damsels, Mr. Vega.
That I do.
I appreciate you checking in on me.
Cute.
Hey.
Now, is it worthwhile to get the... Got, what, one sniper specialist on my squad? Just Garrus, I think, is the only sniper I've got. I think I've got him with the Javelin right now. Why not? Kind of wish you got. Kind of wish you could take a look at the stats from here. Didn't I buy the Valkyrie specifically for somebody? Just want to double check. Widow. Alright, so. Alright, so the Widow is not quite as powerful as the Claymore. So the Claymore is the most powerful gun in the game. The Widow, not too far behind it. Valkyrie. Let's take a look now. So I need to double check which is more useful. Next time I go on a mission, I'll just need to double check which is the most useful assault rifle for my squad mates. Difficult decisions ahead. Thanks for coming by. Not many people to talk with about the big choices these days. The Asari. Your Asari is strong, but I will not tell her that. She must find her own strength. Thessia is still burning. Thank you for talking. It helps. All right. So where is Irun? Athen Cluster. Been available for a while. So this has actually been, this system's been available for, or this cluster's been available for a while. I just never actually, apparently I guess I just never actually came here. So let's do it this way. So there will probably still be,
I found something.
How did I never come here before? I feel, I could have sworn I had been in this cluster before. Damn. Kalo's frigid surface is dotted with impact craters left during a legendary meteor shower that happened more than 400,000 years ago. The meteors contain traces of cobalt, but not enough to warrant a full-scale mining expedition. The Volus have largely left Kalo alone, as have the Reapers. So there will be more credits and war assets, I guess, that I'll find. Solu Powerless's Helium-3 collection mechanisms historically turned a large profit, not because of any great immigration into the Asori system, but because Solo Powerless made a good refueling stop between Irun and Satu Ard. Warned of the Reaper's battle plan, but left with little other option, a select team of workers at Solu Powerless sent out phony communications suggesting that important military data was being handed off here. When the Reapers sent in a force of husks, they ran into the Volus' trap, a chain reaction that annihilated the station. Ooh. Gutsy. Good on them. Volus Dreadnought. It's a pretty good ship, actually. For a terrestrial planet, Mola hurtles around the system's star at breakneck speed. Its rapid orbit and molten core cause oceans of magma to be pumped out onto the surface, cooling into continent-sized formations, then erased by fresh flows of molten rock. So this is just going to be a planet description episode, I guess. Even by Volus standards, the pressure on Yantao is crushing. With an atmosphere composed of carbon dioxide, argon, and small traces of oxygen, the surface is devoid of life. However, tiny fossilized sea creatures have been discovered in the deepest crevices of what used to be Yantao's oceans. Ados Urn was claimed, along with the rest of its system, after the Volus learned FTL travel. In the Great Volus Exploration Push of 300 BCE, the species found only a few planets capable of supporting their colonies. They did, however, discover many planets teeming with valuable elements. The orbiting robo-mining platforms of Atos Urn have since been shot through by the Reapers. Little remains except the occasional bit of space debris posing a navigation hazard. Oh yeah, I did read this this description. That's the first one I read.
Signal confirmed.
I think if you close out too quickly, you don't actually get the full amount of fuel. So be careful with that. A lonely world of rock and ice, Nelison clings to the outer rim of the Satu Ard system. Its freezing temperatures and carbon dioxide atmosphere were braved by Ezo smugglers, who set up camps in the tunnels honeycombing the southern hemisphere's mountain ranges. the camps were abandoned when Turian patrols began regular raids on the Smuggler's Cave systems. Volus engineering team. I feel so silly that I could have done this literally any time throughout the entire game. This world is believed to be an extrasolar capture that built up its atmosphere over millions of years to become the hothouse it is today. Volus robo-miners descended on Polo Tem when Element Zero was first discovered there, and in turn, pirates descended on the Volus. The pirates then found out, to their detriment, that wealthy Volus can buy a lot of influence in the Turian hierarchy. The Reapers occupied Polo Tem's orbital stations rather than destroy them outright. It is possible that Element Zero is rare enough that the Reapers harvest it, but it is more likely that the Reapers are stationing ships here in case the Turian forces they drove off seek to recapture it. Makes sense. Rylar is a barren terrestrial rock world. Only a small portion of the planet has been explored, as cursory scans showed little of interest on Rylar compared to the Ezo deposits on the neighboring world of Polo Tem. The planet appears not to have garnered Reaper attention, which would make it a good rendezvous point for any scattered organic force needing to discharge their drive course.
I found something.
Massive silicate-filled dust storms plague the surface of Lahu. In an odd partnership of commerce and science, high-rolling Volus casinos on Omakar entered a partnership with the scientific research teams whose observation satellites watch over Lahu. The casinos took bets on how long Lahu's storms would last and how high their wind speed might climb. Payouts made the rare Volus rich, with jackpot winners forming a small fraternal order. The Reapers have destroyed the satellites. Aww. Rude. Interrupting the fun and games. Jerks. Like Whelm Uren, Gorgon was a hydrogen-helium gas giant whose helium-3 infrastructure was destroyed by the Reapers. Omakar is a temperate garden world currently in its megafauna stage. The planet's nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere and dextro-amino acid-based life wasn't particularly attractive to the Volus, so they sold the colonization rights to their Turian partners. Omakar's spaceports and major roads were blasted into craters by the Reapers, largely immobilizing the population. Its Turian defenders are slowly being pushed back by ground forces. Colony founded in 1153. Population 259,200,000. Not bad. Capital Sarlacc. So pretty sizable population. Whee! New intel. Whelm Uren is a hydrogen-helium gas giant. The phrase Whelm Uren in the Volus native language translates to the Golden One, a reference to its deep yellow-orange rings. Much to prospectors' dismay, there was no gold to be found in its moons. Whelm Uren's economic contributions to the system was the ubiquitous helium-3, but the collection materials have since been destroyed by the Reapers.
Signal confirmed.
On a side note, helium-3 is a real thing. It actually, it's a real element that exists. The first of the Aru System's 3 gas giants, Lokil, is also the largest. Boasting over 96 moons, this planet's orbit bustled with hundreds of helium-3 extraction centers. Most of the work population lived on Lokil's orbital stations, which were so numerous they became an unofficial city chained together by taxi services and extendable umbilical cords. The Reaper attack here has devastated the infrastructure, raining fragments down onto the gas giant. Littering on top of everything else. The Volus homeworld is a high-pressure, high-gravity planet that supports an ammonia-based ecology. This rare environment means that the Volus have been slow to colonize, as there are few planets that meet their habitation requirements. Most prefer to stay on Irun, working remotely via the extranet. The more adventurous don the clumsy but vital pressure suits and venture out to worlds in Citadel space to make their fortunes. Irun is remarkable for having done away with warfare as an institution of the state. Volus culture lacks the romantic view of war found in the galaxy's more aggressive species. Physical skirmishes between groups rarely last long and are almost always ended by social castigation, bargaining agreements, or harsh economic sanctions. Irun cities tend to be built on fast trade routes rather than militarily defensible positions. This has left them vulnerable to Husk attacks now that the Reapers have overwhelmed the Turian fleets and begun a grand war on the planet. Irun's ammonia-based atmosphere is toxic to non-Volus lifeforms. Visitors to Irun must wear pressure suits at all times when traveling outside of environmentally controlled areas. Population of 8.8 billion, capital of Linos. And there is the very last artifact. Jack Sur features heavily in ancient Volus mythology and folklore, since its bright white surface made it easy to chart in the night sky without the aid of a telescope. Once the Volus developed advanced astronomical equipment, their scientists discovered that Jack Sur's luminosity was caused by a thick carbon monoxide cloud cover that had hidden the real face of the planet for millennia. Neat. Named after a northern Irunian luck deity, Chirk Sab is overshadowed by the economy on Lokil and the scientific research on Doldit. The solar system's middle child, Chirk Sab now has the only functioning helium-3 fuel apparatus in the system, as the Reapers have not yet struck there. The space around it is jammed with Volus ships trying to flee the system. Okay, so Apan cluster complete, Apian crest complete, Kogan DMZ complete, complete. This one, there is just a fuel station. Same with Minos Wasteland. Hourglass Nebula, have I been here yet? I have not.
I found something.
Yep. So I have not. Alright. As I recall, Sowilo was where the Shadow Broker's ship was.
Signal confirmed.
These are all planets that I visited in Mass Effect 2, so I'm not going to bother giving you any... not going to bother rereading them. Just give you time to read them if you so desire. Elcor tourist traps. Alright, what's here? Shadow Broker Starship Tech. That's not where the ship was. That was more than neat. I'm positive it was Sowilo where the Shadow Broker ship was.
I found something.
Yeah, that one. That planet right there. Hagala, yes. So this will probably have wreckage. Shadow Broker support team. Okay. Sure, why not? Did I look at this planet already? Yep, whole bunch of whole bunch of nothing in that system.
Signal confirmed.
And this planet has, or this system has no fuel. Whoops. Terminus freighters, alright. After all this, I'm still going to need to hit up the Citadel to drop off the last thing. 100 units. Great, thanks a lot. Credits. Alright. Not really useful to me anymore, honestly. Like, if I'm honest, there just isn't really a whole lot of use for credits for me anymore. Threshold done. Sigurd's Cradle done. Ninmite cluster. I don't think there's any scanning to be done in the Ninmite cluster. I'll double check. Yeah. Yeah, this cluster has no scanning. Mulazul was where I fought the Reaper Queen. Or not the Reaper Queen, but the Huskified Reapers. These Nexus. I think I will actually save these for later. I think I've scanned everything I really feel like scanning. Those last couple clusters, I'm not entirely sure if I'll be visiting them as part of the Leviathan DLC. If I am, better to wait.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I need to get to the refugee camp.
Yes, Commander.
Once again, I'll just do a quick, very, very quick tour.
Do you know the current leader of the Suns?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Don't remind me.
Welcome to Batarian State Arms.
Little scumbag shot his mouth off on a patrol mission once. Got half his squad killed.
Please observe all cast restrictions when making a purchase.
We couldn't him from the Suns fast enough. Should have ended his tenure with a bullet.
Stand strong for your people with Batarian State Arms.
Yeah, I am basically done with just about everything. There's very little left to do.
Spectre status recognized. 1 moment.
Several embassies. I don't think there's anyone to talk to here.
Now arriving at.
Oh no, there is. Duh. I'm silly. There is somebody to talk to. Yeah, so hopefully that lady's daughter wasn't sent back to Thessia yet.
You're intel, right? I found these encryption codes on a Cerberus engineer. I thought they might be helpful.
Cerberus ciphers. That's exactly what we've been looking for. Thank you, Commander. Yes, Commander Shepard found some encryption algorithms. The team is expecting results soon now.
Spectre status recognized.
And now, an ANN editorial comment. We've heard non-stop news about
Civilian consultant authorization. An importer-exporter, smuggler, with past convictions for smuggling has offered to gather critical supplies for Alliance forces and civilian medical emergencies. CSEC believes the offer is in good faith and has refused to make an arrest, but is legally restricted from accepting her offer without Spectre authorization. Authorize!
What were the Reapers doing during all those years in dark space? They were hiding, waiting until the right moment, and anything that hides knows what fear is. They fear us, because if we get the upper hand, there won't be any more Reapers. This is Iris Dunnigan for Battle Space. Good night.
Nubian Expanse and the Armstrong Nebula have also fallen to
Okay.
Spectre status recognized. Please select.
Purgatory, I know there's nothing there. Puerto Memorial, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing to do at the hospital anymore.
Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
Welcome to Certa.
Be safe. Quarian and Geth ships. Cerberus forces have been repelled after attempting to seize an Alliance comm facility on Enteron.
Hey!
For the first time since the Rachni War, the Assault. With the Elcor homeworld taken by Reaper forces, refugees from Takuna are fleeing to the Citadel.
Spectre status. 1 moment, please.
And yeah, there's just that one dude down here to
Now arriving at Presidium Commons.
I recovered the Book of Plenix. It's waiting for you in Bay D24.
Earth Clan, this is a priceless gift. Thank you. You may help my people remember themselves. Thank you, Earth Clan. My people are still afraid, but they are remembering who they are.
Welcome to Kanala Exports.
Thank you for shopping at Kanala Exports. Welcome to
Probably
Elcos
no real
Combine
point.
Arsenal
Visit
Supplies.
any of our Elcos Combine affiliate branches for any and all personal needs.
And yeah, I think that is basically it then for the Citadel. So yeah, no more fetch quests, no more squad conversations. Nothing interesting to buy in any of the shops.
Welcome to Kanala Exports.
At Kanala Exports, we believe that a peaceful heart is a strong heart.
We appreciate your visit.
Trying to decide if I should buy
Elcos Combine Arsenal Supplies.
one of the armors.
Any opened goods can only be returned for store credit.
Elcos Combine. If it exists,
Thank
we
you.
carry it.
Come again.
Yeah, I know there's nothing on the docking bay either. All right, so I will just quickly take another look at my
Commander Shepard.
war assets. The handful I picked up from all that from the scanning I just did. Didn't get much, but every little bit helps, right? The Volus have only produced one dreadnought, the Kunu, named after the diplomat who negotiated their client race status with the Turians. The Kunu is the only Volus ship of its class, but it is remarkably well armed. Its broadside cannons and main gun are all Thanix magnetic hydrodynamic weapons. A Turian general touring the Kunu after its maiden distant voyage enthusiastically declared that the ship could char a planet 3 times over. While its construction was funded entirely by the Elcos Combine Corporation, the dreadnought was jointly gifted to the Vol Protectorate and Turian hierarchy upon its completion. So yeah. Volus are rich, and they made sure to use their money. The Shadow Broker's strength lies in her connections. Dr. Liara Tassoni has a team of operatives able to produce almost any supplies at any time, by using an extensive network of bribes, blackmail, and favors. This logistical support has become important to building the Crucible, as the disruption of communications and travel makes gathering resources risky at the best of times. The Book of Clinics declares that every Volus must aid those in need during times of want. News of the book's recovery inspired many Volus citizens to donate generous amounts to Citadel charities and defense funds. And nothing about the ciphers? Listed somewhere else, maybe? Here we go. Some smugglers were surprisingly helpful to the Alliance by finding desperately needed military equipment. Cerberus encryption codes are helping the Alliance predict where Cerberus is headed next. Alright, so that's where those are. Volus companies are skilled at mass producing whatever manufactured goods are currently in demand. Factories use modular equipment to switch their production lines from arms to housing to the next big galactic buying trend. Recovered from a manufacturing compound, these fabrication units can stamp out custom plastics for the Crucible on an industrial scale. Elcos Combine is a manufacturer known for producing reliable but less expensive versions of higher grade weapons and armor. Their scientists are adept at reverse engineering new technology. The Volus engineers rescued from Satu Ard are applying these same methods to break down instructions on how to create several dozen new plastics that must be integrated into the Crucible superstructure. In a show of unprecedented generosity, Elcos Combine has waived all proprietary claims to any new compounds created by its scientists. Nice. The Shadow Broker's unnamed vessel served as both a data repository and stealth ship for the enigmatic information trader. The ship ingeniously drew its power from the thunderstorms raging constantly on the planet it orbited, relying on an interlocking system of kinetic barriers, grounding rods, and capacitors to avoid being ripped apart. These systems have been repurposed for sections of the Crucible that require the safe discharge of tremendous amounts of energy. The Terminus systems teem with planets rich in rare elements, minerals, and other raw materials important for the Crucible. Fortunately, the Terminus systems also have a great quantity of freighter vessels. Athabasca-class ships, while only lightly armored, can carry millions of tons of freight, with fuel tanks optimized for long, hazardous journeys. And is that bar completely... It looks like the, like I've completely filled that bar. Alright, so that will do for this episode. The next 3 episodes, I will be doing Dr. Bryson, the Leviathan DLC. So that will be the next 3 episodes. After that, I'll do Horizon. And after that, I will do all the random ass conversations that everybody on my, like all the random ass meetups on the Citadel with all my crew. That will probably take 3 to 5 episodes, if I'm honest. So 3, 4. So I would guess maybe somewhere around 12 to 15 more episodes for me to be completely done. That'll include me showing different variations on the ending. A couple different variations on the ending, and it'll include... yeah, so... like I said, 12 to 15 episodes would be more episodes would be my guess. We'll see. Um, but for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.